are back again. This is part two of Atlantic Discuss. Remember last week we were here, Challenges of the Congo, Professor Reverend Julien Ciakuda. He gave us an insight into how the problem of the Congo came about. He told us the role he played as a student in Montreal, Canada, you know, at that time during Mobutu Sese Seko, Kukumbendu, Wasabanga, Emperor of Lubumbashi. Congo has always had it so tough, you know, these strong men everywhere. He said as a student, there was only one political party. So we had a moral obligation. Every Congolese had a moral obligation to support that party. Subsequently, onto how he spoke to General Kaguta Museveni to help remove Mobutu. Mobutu at that time had so many enemies in the Great Lake and in the SADC region. Angola, Dos Santos wasn't happy because Savimbi, who was giving him a lot of problems, was being financed and housed in Zaire. So it was only logical that Angola would support. And of course, there was a lot of Tutsi expansionist program led by Museveni, who Reverend Ciakuda said is also of Hutu origin. You know, I mean, I've not been able to verify that, but there was an ambition and they were ready. But according to the Reverend, he said, when Tanzania came to liberate Uganda from Idi Amin, Obote, and what have you, they helped, Nyerere helped, and he left. That, but in the case of Museveni, anywhere he goes, Rwanda, Congo, he doesn't hands off, and they've expanded largely. So they have influenced how Kabila got to power, how Kabila too, the young son Joseph got to power, who the Reverend also claimed is not his son, and subsequently onto how the first Tshisekedi, he did mention they asked him if he wanted power, you know, because he said initially they asked him, you know, he said no, they didn't want him because he had international tentacles, but subsequently, before they brought in Tshisekedi, they asked him and he said no, you know, and the rest is history. Now, the problem is still there. Everybody knows it's mineral resource related. Everybody also knows that there's almost no mineral resources known to man you don't have in Congo. Very large landmass. That country has been bedeviled with one crisis or the other. That's why I refer to the book of Kwame Nkrumah, titled Challenge of the Congo. But this time around, it is Challenges of the Congo because it's not a perennial problem. Numerous challenges every day. So this is a part two, and we're going to look at solutions now. We have a fantastic insight onto what has been happening prior from somebody, that's Professor Reverend Julien Ciakuda, who was part of everything. Now let's look at the solution. So, Prof, Reverend Ciakuda,
yes.
come again.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So,
yes,
Prof, current crisis, you've said so much in part one, we need to look at the solution now. This thing can't go on forever, you understand? So how do you think the relationship between the DRC, your country, you know, and Rwanda can be improved? And what steps are necessary to build trust between those two countries? You know, you're a statesman, and I'm sure you don't like what is going on. So we're looking for a solution now. How can that happen? Good relationship between Rwanda and Congo, and what can the international community do to help? I'm sure you know that recently the EAC, East African Commission, and the SADC, they had a meeting and they recommended that Congo as a country under Tshisekedi should discuss with M23, that they can't just ignore them. So from you now, what is the way forward in all this?
Okay, you have mentioned different topics there.
Yeah.
But I will take maybe one by one.
No problem.
The situation of Congo is very complex. And this is, you are questioning now the future of the geopolitical future of the Great Lakes sub-region. And you know the position of Congo in Africa and the resources of Congo, which is, they are impacting on the stability and the growth of development, the sustainable development of all African continent. Today, this crisis of Congo has been there for the last 30 years after Mobutu has gone. But the crisis of Rwanda also is since 1994. All the time, the so-called international community, they tell it to you, oh, Tshisekedi should open a dialogue with the M23. But who is the M23? M23 is Rwanda and Uganda. They come from there. Look at the weapon they have in the arm. I take the case of Nanga. Corneille Nanga was the boss of our, what you call in Nigeria, the leader of election. Well, how do you call it? NEC. INEC. He was the leader of INEC. Imagine, the leader of president of INEC of Nigeria. He jump out, he become a leader of aggression with the weapon in the hands. That's Corneille Nanga. Can Nigeria accept that? And then they tell to Buhari or to the actual president, negotiate with him. Where did he go to the weapon? He wasn't the leader of INEC. Where in 4 or 5 years, where he got the weapon? What is the INEC? INEC is a civil society. It's there to provide good election and stability of the country. But how the president of INEC of Congo become the leader of aggression with the weapon in the hands? And he's selling now minerals all over the world. How come? And he's telling to the people now, Tshisekedi did not gain the election. Last week, he said in Goma, Tshisekedi did not gain the election, but he proclaimed Tshisekedi 3 o'clock in the morning, president of Congo, in January 2019. That man, INEC president of Congo, he's telling to us, Buhari did not gain the election, but he has a weapon in his hand. He became a leader of aggression of his own country. If he's Congolese, who give him the weapon with all the soldiers to take Goma? More than 25,000 soldiers were involved. Where he got that troops? Where he got that troops? Now the solution is this. First, Kagame has taken 30 years of life of Rwandese. He's gaining election with 99.99%. Okay? Museveni the same, more than 40 years in the power. He's organizing himself his election. Now he's preparing his son, General Muhoozi, to take over Uganda. And Muhoozi is saying, the person who is going to touch my uncle Kagame is going to touch all of us, the Tutsi. That's the general of the chief of the army of Uganda now. He's going to replace his father, Museveni, after 40 years. The problem in Great Lake region is a total problem. It's not Congolese only. The first solution is to oblige Museveni to open a dialogue with his opponent. Those people that are killing in Ituri, in the North Kivu, and Kisangani, they are Ugandese. They call them terrorists, but they are Ugandese. They need also to go back to Uganda to participate to the political life of the country. But they don't want to open the dialogue for 40 years. They are following them in Congo to kill them all. And nobody in the international community doesn't open his mouth to say, Museveni, open dialogue with those Ugandese. In the north of Uganda, they have been killing him and the Kagame. They have been killing a lot of people there from Idi Amin region, saying, oh, they are terrorists. In the same country, nobody is telling to Museveni, stop this mass killing of your own people. The same with Kagame. Those people called FDLA. They are Rwandese. They are majority of Rwanda people. They are Rwandese. Nobody can deny them to be Rwandese. The solution for Kagame and Museveni is to kill them all in Congo. They ask Tshisekedi, let us help us to kill all of the FDLA. They are Tutsi Rwandese, Hutu Rwandese. Why they don't, the international community and all African and African Union, why they don't press Kagame to open dialogue with these people? They are Rwandese. This genocide, the genocide of the Rwandese, because I don't call it genocide of the Tutsi. It's a false appellation. It's a genocide of the Hutu. The Hutu died, the Tutsi died. It was a civil war there, but they called it genocide of Tutsi. And when you say this, they call you are a negationist. We say, okay, 100 people 100% of the people who died during that civil war in Rwanda, all of them, they are Tutsi. It's why now you have to follow all the Hutu to kill them, because all of them, they are genocide. Even the children born in 94, they are genocidal. Okay? Even those born today in Congo, they are genocide. They have FDLR. We have to kill them all. That's not the solution. I think the first solution is to remove Kagame and Museveni out of the Great Lakes. That's the first solution. To remove those, they are the killers, they are terrorists. They reign by terrorizing their own people inside of the country and outside.
Reverend, how is that going to happen? You just said yourself that Museveni has been winning the election with more than 90% of the vote. Same thing, Kagame. So clearly, there are people who want them. And I can tell you, there are a lot of people that think Rwanda is doing very well economically.
Okay. No, they don't do economic. No, you cannot build your economy by being a thief in Congo.
I'm saying it might not be realistic to say, because I'm asking for solution. So to say remove Kagame and
we have to remove them. Who are they? Who are they? Kagame is a secondary tree. Do you think it's the best Rwandese to lead the country?
No, but it's the point I'm making. It's realistic. These guys,
yes.
I mean, with lack of a better word, I mean, they're in charge. They are in charge.
No, we have first to have it. We have to stand and tell to them, your time is over. 30 years of power is enough.
Okay,
of killing people and terrorizing the people is enough.
Reverend, on what authority will anybody say that? You are Congolese. You cannot tell Rwanda, to the people of Rwanda, to remove their leader.
Okay, now you come to very good point. Now you come to very good point. Which authority they have on Congo to say, oh, you Tshisekedi, you did not gain the election? Which authority they have?
I was expecting.
Okay. Which authority they have to say, you Congolese, you have to work with FDLR, you have to kill the FDLR, or you have to work with M23. If it's a problem for Congo, let us ourselves to solve our problem. We have to identify that this is a real problem of Congolese. You don't create proxy terrorists and call them, oh, they are a rebellion of Congo. No, which authorities they have on Congo to tell to us every time that, oh, these people, you have to negotiate with them. Those people, and you know the end of it is to inject their soldiers, those who were the corporal, they become a general in Congo. And where they work, they will tell to the government of Congo, we don't come to Kinshasa, we have to stay only in the east part. We are generals only for this part. Our soldiers, only this part. They don't go to Kinshasa. They cannot go to another province. Which kind of army is it?
So are you saying there's no diplomatic solution to the problem?
The diplomatic solution? We cannot do diplomacy without politics.
Yeah, I know. But my question to you is this. You said for solution, the solution to the problem, we have to remove, Museveni must be removed, Kagame must be removed. Okay.
If they are removed, you will see
there will be diplomatic solution. That's not
if they are removed, there will be peace and security, stability in the Great Lakes.
Yeah, but removing them will not be diplomatic. It has to be forced. So that's why I'm asking.
Okay, now you come to a very good point. What you do with Boko Haram in Nigeria? You negotiate with them? Okay. I was with Buhari. I was with President Buhari on this issue here in London.
No, Nigeria.
I was with my friend President Buhari on this issue of Boko Haram here. I asked him, are we going to talk with them? Buhari answered me, I am a soldier. I am a general. My friend, my brother, you cannot make a peace where there is a noise of boots. We have to finish with these people. You understand me? If these things happen to America, what you do with them? America cannot accept this.
Yeah, but in the case of Boko Haram, Nigeria is a sovereign country. You know, Boko Haram came into Nigeria. The Boko Haram, you know, I mean, so what you're saying is that M23.
But Boko Haram, they say they are Nigerian. They say they are Nigerian. They want to participate in the Nigerian political life.
Reverend, I know. I'm just being realistic. So, are you saying M23 now? They are rebels like jihadists like Boko Haram?
They are terrorists. They are a terrorist group.
Okay, so
where they got the weapon?
So
it's a terrorist group backed by other terrorists from Rwanda and Uganda. They are terrorist groups.
Based on your Buhari solution with Boko Haram, the Congolese government, you are implying now, to use military power to push them away.
Now you go to me. You go to me. Me, if I was a Tshisekedi, it's a war against war, because we have tried all the meaning for 30 years with these people. Okay?
Let me tell you what I think. Yeah, before you go ahead. I want us to go to two more things before we, you know. I think, my honest opinion, and I've done a lot of research on this also, you know, I think the Congolese army do not have the wherewithal to face Rwanda or M23. I don't think they're equipped. I think the Rwandan army, M23, all the backers of M23 are more organized. They have superior weapons compared to Congo DR. And I think Congo, under Tshisekedi, knows this. So they are also afraid of a confrontation. Because ordinarily, if M23 is in Goma, they are going to Bukavu now. That's if they're not there already. They have infringed on their territorial integrity. It's a no-brainer to flush them out. You don't need anybody's.
You know, when you are a president of a country, it's a responsibility. What you are saying is terrible. To say that we are weak and we have to kneel and to negotiate with these people. Who are they?
That's not what I said. I said with M23 inside Congolese soil now, they are in Goma.
It's not the first time they have come there.
I agree. I am saying that Congo, by law, by any right, their territorial integrity have been infringed on. They're a sovereign country. This problem, it's now reoccurring, it's perennial. It's logical. It's just the logical conclusion that Tshisekedi should use the military and push M23 back to where they're coming from. Why is that so hard to do? That's what I'm saying.
Now I tell you where is the problem. The problem is
that's why I'm I don't want
the problem is that the international community who for 30 years has accepted impunity as a model of government in that Great Lakes. Okay? These people, do you know how many Congolese?
Does Congo need the international community to endorse them removing M23? It's their country. They have a right to fight. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I say, from the international community, there is a sense of responsibility to take care of. Because they have shown to Kagame that you are the best president by killing the Congolese and looting minerals in Congo. We have the genocide because we are speaking. The Congolese people are not animals; they are human beings. For the last 30 years, we have lost more than 18 millions of the Congolese genocide. More than 6 million of ladies raped with cruelty. Wow. Even the children of 3 years raped. Even the grandmother of 85 years raped. And sometimes they rape family in the group. They rape the man, they rape the mother, they rape the children, and all of them, they have to see how it goes. And they ask now the father to sleep with the daughter. You know, we don't know how these people are cruel. And out of that, we have more than 7 million internal refugees. The people are in the bush. They cannot have life for years. And then we have the systematic looting of our minerals. Kagame and Museveni, they have a tank and tank of gold, of coltan, of cassiterite. Where are they selling this? They don't eat it. They sell somewhere. Who are selling this? Who are buying this? To fool this war. It's not a small problem to say, oh, the Congolese, they don't have army. Who made the Congolese not to have army? The same people who are fooling Kagame with weapons. Fooling Museveni with weapons.
I think addressing the issue I'm talking about now. The Congo military.
Now, solution. You ask a solution.
Solution, yes. Solution.
As a chief of state, when the integrity of the territory has been touched, has been violated, and the external forces are occupying your territory, you don't say that I don't have military after 6 years, I don't have a good army. Then you are not a chief of state. 6 years with the resources of Congo, if well managed, Tshisekedi could buy good weapon and organize his army. I have been telling him every day on this issue, organize the army, organize the army, organize the intelligence system, pay well the military, organize, modernize the army, sign the contract everywhere, military contract everywhere. We are going to enter in the problem with this Tutsi. Tshisekedi did not listen to me. There are videos, there are messages I have sent to him all the time. What Tshisekedi was doing for the 6 years, he was doing his role of traveling all the time everywhere, of going to the fest, dancing every day. He's in a funeral, he is in baptism fest, he is in a communion fest, he is he was dancing 6 years, traveling and dancing. He never sit in his office to organize anything. And he was infiltrated by the Tutsi from his wife and others. The wife of Tshisekedi has a cabinet of the Tutsi strategists in Kinshasa. They told Tshisekedi, we are advising you to lead the country, but they were preparing this, what we have now. Then we cannot sit and say, oh, let us push Tshisekedi to negotiation. We know what we will get. These people are going to exterminate us, the Congolese. They're going to dominate us.
Reverend, sorry to interject you. Is Congo your country? Is it too big to be a country on its own? Maybe you should break it to 3, you know, that kind of thing.
No. Now I know the substance of your question. You want to balkanize the Congo, you will not get the Congolese with that.
Okay. I'm just
our country is one and unique. It's a gift of God to the Congolese people with the resources which are inside. Nobody is going to balkanize the country. That is the objective.
For
them to get to balkanize the country and to get that richest part of the one country. One part goes to Uganda, one part comes to Rwanda. We will never give up. Even to the price of our blood, we will fight. Every Congolese will get a weapon. There are not many. We will enter in Rwanda, we will enter in Uganda. That's the solution. It's a military solution. There is not the solution of dialogue here. We can only make a dialogue between Congolese and Rwanda do dialogue with the FDLR. And Museveni do the dialogue with other Ugandese who are in Congo. They have to do their dialogue. We are going to do dialogue with the Congolese, which we know, we identify them, but we don't have a rebellion in Congo. We don't have any dialogue to do. We have our political problem. Okay, we will solve it. But they have to solve their own. They have to open dialogue in Rwanda, political dialogue with the Hutu, and open the political dialogue with
Let me tell you what Museveni said. You know, after the EAC and SADC meeting, that's the meeting we had in Tanzania recently. You know, I'm sorry, not Museveni, Kagame, what he said. He said, why I support M23. He said, they were born in and out of Congo, that most of these people, they were born that they are Congolese. That's one. Two, he said, yeah, the number two, he said they are born in and out of Congo. The second thing is that they are Congolese, you know, contrary to what he said. He said, so the question should be, why do they carry arms? You know, he said they have been denied their rights in their country. That's why they are rebelling. That he has a moral justification because they're a bordering country. You know that if he doesn't secure.
But who are the FDLR? Who are the FDLR? They are Rwandese, born in Rwanda, and they have rights of being in Rwanda.
Yeah, but he's saying what a lot of these guys in there.
Kagame cannot tell to ask who is Congolese, who is not Congolese. To be Congolese, you have to ask for your nationality. And you don't have to ask nationality with a weapon in the hand. In America, in the UK, in Nigeria, in Ghana, you don't come with a weapon and say, I am now Ghanaian. Nobody will accept you. You have to do your process of being Congolese, being American, being a Canadian, being a UK, Britain. You don't come with the weapon and say, oh, you have these people, they wanted to be Congolese. They are born dead. Do Kagame has their birth certificate? He doesn't know what he's saying. He's just foolish. Kagame is a secondary tree. He cannot sit down and think for us.
Oh, well,
he's a secondary tree.
Reverend,
because he has a weapon, he thinks that he can be more intelligent than anyone. No, his time is over. He must go.
I mean, a lot
and we will enter Kigali. We will help him. We will make the same thing he's doing. We will take the Hutu and the Tutsi moderate and back up with the army of Congo and enter in Kigali. We will do the same.
Okay.
And we will oblige him to negotiate with them. We have learned from them to infiltrate the Congo. We will infiltrate also Rwanda and Uganda. Well, the time will tell.
Okay,
the time will come.
I mean that's your opinion, you know. And I mean, I know
it's not my opinion. It's the opinion for resistance of Congo. They are now Congolese who are saying,
which are rightly speaking. You know, the United Nations Charter is clear: freedom of speech, freedom of expression. There's freedom of association. There's freedom of disassociation. I agree. But what I'm trying to say is that I mean, Kagame has done well for Rwanda. I mean, there's no perfect leader, but a lot of people will disagree with you when you say he doesn't have sense, you understand, you know? So, I mean, maybe he made some mistake in Goma. I don't know. My view here is I want peace. That's why I brought you. I wanted somebody that's from Congo to give us, you know, good knowledge on what has been happening. And you've done that very well, you know.
I tell you this. Kagame has built Rwanda, but who is the engineer of this? It's a Tony Blair. They know what they gain. They know what to give for you to say, he has done good in Rwanda. But why they don't help him to speak to FDLR, to the Hutu group?
Okay.
Why they don't help him to open a real democracy in Rwanda for 30 years?
Well, Africa has this, you know.
Yeah, you see Gaza. It took years to build it. Between 1 month, everything is destroyed. Rwanda will be destroyed like that. It's better for Kagame to plan after him that everything has built in Rwanda stay properly. And the best way to do it, he must open political dialogue with his political enemy, who are the Hutu majority.
Okay,
who are also, you know General Kayumba Nyamwase in South Africa?
Yeah, what about
he's a Tutsi Rwandese. He was a collaborator of Kagame. Why they are not together? I am with the Tutsi group. We in Congo, we don't have genocide culture of killing people, of discriminating the people who are living with us. We had the Dos Santos, Savimbi, Olden Roberto in Congo. We never killed them. We had the people from South Sudan. We have Nigerian in Congo. We have the Ghanaian in Congo. We are just going to kill the Hutu Tutsi for what? The Minister of Infrastructure of Congo today, Kizaro, is a Tutsi origin. But he is there, he's the minister. Ruberwa, he was the vice president of Congo. He's the collaborator of Kagame. James Kabarebe was our chief of army. Who killed him?
Reverend, I understand. You've made your point. I mean, I just want us to touch on two areas.
James Kabarebe said he was the Congolese. We left him in the army. Why he, 1 year after, he became two Sudanese and make a war against Congo? Okay, what was his problem?
Reverend, are you saying, because what everybody else seems to be saying is that these guys in M23, these Tutsis in Congo, they are Congolese. It's everybody else.
If they are Congolese,
now you are saying they are not. How do we meet?
If they are no, me I don't say this one is Congolese, this one is not Congolese. We have the Office of Immigration. We have a government established. In our Office of Immigration, they just have to go there and say, I am born by this father, this mother, this is my lineage, tribal lineage. You can verify everything and give me my certificate. It's how everything goes. You don't take a weapon and say, I am Congolese. That okay, even me.
What do you expect from the international community now? What are your expectations?
Okay. It's why I am in London. It's why I was in Washington last month. And I was there last year. And for years, I am in touch with them. I tell to them this: don't hide the real problem. They have to address, because they are human being, life involved in these things. It's only the Congo is not only mineral. Congo is the country of human being. Okay? Even the Tutsi who are dying there in that war, they are human beings. We don't want people to die for minerals. We want them, if they want minerals in Congo, they can deal with the Congolese government. They don't have to go to Kagame and Museveni. They have to put embargo of minerals of Congo to Uganda and to Rwanda. First thing, total embargo. Nobody can buy the minerals of Congo, stolen in Congo by terrorism in the hand of Kagame or Museveni. That's the first thing. The minerals of Congo is known. And we have to make embargo, as we did during the apartheid time. To finish apartheid, from Oslo, we put embargo in every production of South Africa. And they have to do this. They have to have a traceability for minerals. All the traceability must be, they have a mechanism for that. They have to know that those minerals are coming from Congo. We have to stop it. Nobody can buy it. If the buyer is a criminal.
Just like they did to diamond from Sierra Leone, right?
Exact. We did the same for South Africa to finish apartheid. Total embargo. And then we have to have political measure, sanctions, multi-sanctions on Kagame, government of Kagame and government of Museveni, to oblige them internal dialogue in their countries with their own opponents, which they call terrorists, which they are following in Congo to kill. They have to oblige them to open that negotiation. They have to oblige them to take out all their militaries involved in Congo and put to the tribunal our INEC president. He was INEC president. He cannot be today leader of the FC and the M23. Because with that, where is the value of democracy? If they accept Nanga to negotiate with Tshisekedi, who he proclaims 4 years before, 5 years before. He is the man who proclaimed Tshisekedi president. Now he said, I have created the monster, I'm going to finish this monster. Can you imagine that? In the world, the modern world, can you imagine that? You are the president of ANEC. Today you have a weapon with more than 30 soldiers around you. Oh, I am the leader of military, of aggression. And you call it, oh, we are a rebellion. We don't have a rebellion. Then Nanga should be brought to the court, to the international tribunal. to tell to the international tribunal who he is really. Because he created Tshisekedi democratically. Now he has a weapon and the army. Where he got that army? Where did he got those weapons? International community should play its role. I tell it to you, but today I speak to them now via your micro, and I am telling to them face to face every day. They have to take their responsibility. I think you got me.
Yeah, I mean.
And then we don't need MONUSCO in Congo. We don't need MONUSCO in Congo. Because MONUSCO, the UN mission in Congo, doesn't do anything in Congo. Some are involved in raping ladies. Some are involved in looting minerals. And they are there for more than 25 years. And they don't do anything serious to stop this war. Okay? Why they are there? The money of the international community is paid for nothing. You see, Trump has closed the office of ESID. He said, Mediating. They are taking the money for nothing for years, since 60, helping the people who doesn't develop. He closed the ESID. And we have also to close the MONUSCO in Congo and give the capacity, let Congo to buy weapon to securize his territory. Let Tshisekedi buying the weapon. Me, I am not for Tshisekedi, but he as a president, and with his government, they have to have the right of getting weapon to securize the territory. And then I ask them, if you want to buy minerals of Congo, you should do it properly, rightly, openly, with all transparency with the government of Congo, not encouraging Museveni, Kagame to create the weapon and to enter in Congo. No, the minerals in Congo is an open market. They have to organize themselves to do all with Kinshasa, the government in Kinshasa. And then I ask to the Panafrican, to the all African, don't think about that African Union. There is no force there. We need African, the intelligent African ladies and men to stand, to say stop to this. We need all African in diaspora. You are from Jamaica, you are from Trinidad, you are from Haiti, you are from Tobago, you are from Antigua, you are from everywhere you are. And now my appeal is to all Africans to stand up with this problem of Congo. Enough is enough. We cannot continue like this. Desmond Tutu has gone. Peace to him. Winnie Mandela has gone. Peace to them. Mandela has gone. I still living. I don't want to accept this. If we have freed South Africa of apartheid, we can finish the problem of Congo and create the peace, climate of peace, security, and stability, and for sustainable development in that Great Lake region forever. We cannot continue to speak about Kagame, Museveni for 40 years, 30 years with the same problem, and we don't have a solution. We have to stand together, white and black, all Pan-African. I appeal to you today. We have to stop these things and to tell Kagame to take off his military, to tell Museveni to take off his military. We have to stop these things. The minerals of Congo is open to everyone. It's an open market. But it must be dealt with transparency in Congo, not in Rwanda, not in Uganda. I think I am clear. I am clear on this. When we were with Desmond Tutu, when we were with Winnie Mandela, when we were with the president like Nyerere, we had the president like Dos Santos and others, we could speak. Even in Nigeria, when we had the president like Shehu Shagari, we could speak about Africa. Me, I was a president of African students in Canada and workers. with Shagari as the president of Nigeria. I know what Shagari had as a vision. Today, Nigeria doesn't have a leader, but Nigeria could stand today. But which leader we have in Nigeria to stand for Congo? Nobody. Now, the Pan-African of Nigeria should stand, because Nigeria is a big power for the continent. The same in Angola, the same in Ghana. You have to stand. The problem we have in Congo is the problem of the black people. They want to take everything for nothing. They want to exterminate the Congolese people and then get the mineral free. And tomorrow, as in Gaza, we will hear, okay, we are going to buy Congo. And we take all those people and put them somewhere. It's what you are expecting, you African, you Pan-African, all over you, everywhere you are in the West Indies, you are in Africa, you are everywhere you are, in America, all the black, the Afro-Americans. It's your duty to end this criminality. It's a terrorism of state. Even Chilombo, Felix is not good, Tshisekedi is not good, we still in life. I have ambition to govern that country and to give it security it needs and to give it ambition it has. We need our resources to benefit to our people. The people of Congo are very poor. We don't have access to water, access to electricity, access to road, access to health, access to school. Nothing in Congo. Congo has only name. And nobody will divide Congo. Nobody will balkanize Congo. As we still living, even to become a Muslim, to go out of Christianity, we will be. But we have to save Congo. We are Christian, and if the Christian of the world doesn't come, they don't want to come with us to save Congo, okay, the Congolese will be Buddhist, they will be the Hindus, they will be Muslim, but they have to save Congo. I am a reverend, I am an Anglican priest. It's not good what I see with my eyes. My people of Congo, they are like animals today. If you go to Congo, it's a big village, but we have the resource which command the development of all the world. Now you are speaking about electrical cars. Electrical cars, you need the cobalt, you need the copper, and 70–80% of the reserve, where the reserve is in Katanga. You are calling it going to kill all Katanga to take it, and the coltan, scarcity, gold, the coltan itself, 80% of the world reserve is in the eastern part, which you need for new technology. And then you are going to kill everyone because of the minerals. Let us do the things properly. If you are a Democrat in UK, in America, in Canada, in France, you should be also Democrat when you reach Congo. We have to be Democrat everywhere. We have to be a Republican everywhere. Congo needs a life. The Congolese people need a life now, not tomorrow. We don't need those soldiers again in our soil. They have to go back where they came from. They have to go back to Rwanda. They have to go back to Uganda. We don't need FDLA, the Hutu in our country. They want to go home, and we have to create the condition for them to go home in their country, in Rwanda. We don't need this group of Rwandese or Ugandese in Congo. We need to create the condition for them to go back to Uganda. Let us create solution for the Great Lakes sub-region of Africa. This is the solution for the development of our continent. Nobody will accept to see our children dying in the water or in the oceans. Oh, we are going to Europe. We are going to Europe. Let us create the condition in Africa for our children to live safe there, to live well there, to create enterprises, to transform those minerals there, to create the jobs for our children. Don't think that the problem for Congo is for the Congolese. No, it's an international problem. It's why I have called for an international round-the-table conference on Congo, as we did for Angola. We have to bring all the stakeholders of the international community together in a big conference somewhere. We did it for Angola in Belgium, and we stabilized Angola during Dos Santos. Why we cannot call for a round-the-table conference on Congo now?
Reverend, you've made your points. Fantastic, and I think I agree with you. I think you say I didn't interject you. You spoke from the heart. Congo is a problem that Africa should be ashamed of. Actually, it's always been bedeviled. That's why I call it a perennial problem. That's why the discussion is challenges of the Congo. Nkrumah thought was a challenge then. It's not challenges. You know. Yes. I mean, from Lumumba to Mobutu Sese Seko to Kabila 1, Kabila 2, now Tshisekedi. Only God knows what next, you know. And I think we just have to look at ourselves in the face. I think
we need the leadership. We need the good leadership, political leadership.
I agree. There's been Africa is bedeviled with a lot of. If you watch Atlanta discuss regularly, you see, I say it all the time. There's failure of leadership across board. You know, and I think there's a drop in the quality of leaders. You've said it too. You know, before, you know, in the past, Nigeria, for example, has mediated in so many crises in Africa. When Nkrumah was writing about challenges of the Congo, Nigeria was there. General Obasanjo, General Muritala, they all served in Congo.
You mentioned Muritala, but who made the freedom of Angola to get independence of Angola? It's Muritala. And the President Obasanjo was a colonel of Muritala. He was sent to Angola to get the independence of Angola. Those are the leaders we had on that continent. Who we have today?
Honestly,
who we have today? They look to Congo. It's like it's like external problem. It's not external problem. It's an African problem.
Even Babangida tried in Sierra Leone and Liberia. You understand? They might not have been extra. I mean, you might not score them 100, but I mean, those efforts, even though it came to a very large cost to Nigeria in financial and lifetime, but there were interventions that really helped save the situation. You know,
Nigeria sent military intervention to Angola, and he sent 25 million during that time. Today is billions for the freedom of Angola. The money came from Nigeria with Muritala. General Muritala.
Most of these African countries, they don't respect Nigeria. You know, after all we have done for them.
Nigeria is a big power. I respect Nigeria. It's why I approached Buhari. Okay? When Buhari took over the first mandate, I was in Nigeria. I stayed in a Hilton hotel for 1 month with the fees of the presidency. Okay? Wow. Buhari invited me. I was there. The first time I visited Nigeria.
Let me ask you this. This is the last question. Yes? Yeah, last question. Do you think that, I mean, we're talking about leadership, failure of leadership. Do you think if somebody like General Obasanjo, you know, comes and intervene in this matter, do you think, because Obasanjo has a good track record of resolving issues. I mean, we have to be fair to him. If somebody like being a military man too, Obasanjo can come, look at Museveni in the face, look at Kagame in the face, look at Tshisekedi in the face, and say, look, guys, we need to, you know. Do you think someone like that can come in and rectify? Is Obasanjo the kind of person you think can?
If Obasanjo was already there, when they signed the accord of 2020, which they call today M23.
M23, okay.
Obasanjo was the mediator there. And Joseph Kabila sent his Minister of Cooperation, Chibanda. And when Obasanjo read the document, he asked the Minister of Cooperation of alias Joseph Kabila, the Commandant Yipo. He asked his Minister of Cooperation, Raymond Chibanda, are you going to sign this document in the form it is? Chibanda say, I have been sent to sign. That's the treason of who you call alias Kabila, Joseph Kabila.
Oh, okay.
Obasanjo asked him the second question, the same question, the second time. Mr. Chibanda, Mr. Minister, are you going to sign this document the way it is? He said, I have been sent to sign. This is a cooperation between Joseph Kabila and Kagame and Museveni to sacrifice Congo. And then he asked him the third time. Then he looked to our minister. He told to him, this you have signed. This document will create the problem to your country. It's where we are now. Obasanjo knows this problem. Okay, yeah. You understand?
Maybe
if he has a time, I will accompany him to find sustainable development in that sub-region.
Why don't you just go to Nigeria and see him and discuss with him? I mean,
open the way, because I don't want to go and he's busy. He's where I wanted to go by invitation. I will be happy to go and see him.
I think
this program will be seen. Probably will hear.
Honestly,
I will be happy to sit with him and find the solution.
Yeah, hate him, loathe him. These kind of things are his forte. These are things Obasanjo is very good at. I'm telling you, he's very.
No, he has told to the minister of Joseph Kabila, who was a traitor. He told him this document is. They call them M23. Obasanjo was the mediator of these things of March 23. Okay. And that why they call them M23? That accord which Obasanjo criticized to our minister. Did you sign this? Now you are selling in Congo, and this agreement will create the problem to Congo. It's where we are now. The person who knows well the problem, who knows that the Congolese Kabila, Joseph, has sold our country. And when you speak to them, they say, we had to solve the problem, but I will send you that accord. You will read it in English and you will understand what Joseph Kabila has signed on the March 23, which is now problem of M23, to sacrifice all the country for Rwanda and for Uganda.
We have come to the end. Thank you, Reverend Professor Julien Ciakuda. I mean, I've learned a lot listening to you. I have a lot of interest in Congo, Kinshasa. You know, I read Mobutu. I've studied him. I can't imagine how somebody could have brought his country to his knees. And most of the origin of this problem emanated from that time. But you see, we also
let us see now the solution. Let us find the solution.
Yeah. So
and I need the Nigeria to stand. I need the Nigerians to stand, to put all their resources. You have people who have money. The problem can be solved with Nigeria.
I think, let me tell you what our own solution, because I've discussed with my people at editorial. We think President Obasanjo, President Mbeki, former President Mbeki, former President Obasanjo, and Salif Johnson of Liberia.
Exactly.
Those three, AU should bring those three together. And, I don't know what Raila is up to now. I think he wants to be AU leader. So Raila Odinga is a bit busy. I think those three, because they are not.
The three you have mentioned, they are the right people.
They are the right people.
Madam Solif is my sister. She's my friend.
Okay.
And I know her capacity.
Mbeki and Obasanjo, those three.
Mbeki, they owe us. Mbeki, they owe me. They owe me. We have freed them from
it's not about owing you.
They have to give it back to Congo now.
Yeah, but
we have freed them from apartheid. We have given them the power. But me, I still living. Desmond Tutu has gone. I still living. And I look to South Africa.
It's time for you to listen to us too. Okay.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
We are recommending. That's what we do. It's no holds barred. You say allow you talk, but we are recommending at Atlanta discuss. And I'll see what I can do. I'll try and get in touch with President Obasanjo. President Obasanjo, President Mbeki, President Salif, all former presidents, they're not from East Africa, they're not from the Great Lakes. None of, I think Mbeki is from SADC, which is good, it's an erudite scholar. These three can actually sit down, look at Kagame, and, Museveni cannot disrespect OBJ. You understand? OBJ is a chip of the old block. Is as vast as you can imagine, So Museveni can't bulldoze our Baba, It's after Mandela in Africa is OBJ, and that's just a fact.
I know that.
Whether you like it or not, And he has access. in America, in Europe, he works everywhere.
I know.
They respect him, you know, that kind of thing, you know. So I think that's our what we recommend, and we'll see what we can do. Thank you.
I am to your disposal. As soon as you tell me that everything is open,
No problem.
I will go and see them.
That's what we do. We discuss, we provide solutions. We don't arrogate knowledge of everything.
We need immediate solution
about failure of leadership in Africa. We say it all the time. So we have to go because of time. Part 1
yes, thank
was
you.
Fantastic. Part 2 was extraordinary. Professor Reverend Julien Ciakuda, fantastic. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. God bless Africa. God bless you.
Yes.
For the wonderful job you are doing. God bless you much.
Thank you.
We need Africa need you. Africa need you.
So much.
And Africa need your program. And greetings to all our friends, our comrades, our brothers and sisters of Africa. I am your instrument. I still living, and I am your library. Please let us meet.
All right. It's a wrap there. You've all
God bless you. God bless Africa.
Bye.
Yes. Thank you.